How have you used the resources that God has given you? I'm thankful for a father who worked hard to ensure that I had a roof over my head and food to eat. I'm also thankful for a mother who loves me unconditionally. And I'm especially thankful for my wife, who chose to do life with me, who has been by my side through better and worse, who knows my weaknesses and refuses to quit on her commitment. These are just a few of the physical resources God has given me. But I am most grateful for eternal life that God has given me through the sacrifice of His Son, Jesus Christ. The spiritual blessings are too numerous to name. With that in mind, what have you done with the physical and spiritual resources God has given you? Have you multiplied those blessings? Have you shared them with others? Or have you built bigger barns to store them in? Remember that life is like a vapor, here one moment and gone the next. We must work while we have time. Time will run out, and we will have to give an account for what we have done on this earth, good and bad. In Matthew chapter 25, verses 14 to 30, we read about a man that calls his workers in and gives them different amounts of money. To the first man he gives 5 talents, to the second man he gives 2 talents, and to the third man he gives 1 talent. And as we read on, we learn that the first 2 men receive a blessing because they doubled the resources they had been given, while the man with 1 talent was cursed because he didn't reproduce any gain. He buried his talent, and in the end, he lost everything. You might say it's like the old saying, use it or lose it. We need to become an assembly of believers that find ways to multiply the resources that God has given us. One reason the man with 1 talent failed was because his view of God was tainted by fear and failure. Yet the God we serve is the God who loves us so much, He gave us His only begotten Son. He is the God that is long-suffering, that none should perish. Our God is compassionate and gracious, slow to anger, abounding in love. And while I don't know exactly how God has blessed you, I do know every believer has received at least 1 gift. As disciples of Jesus, we all need to use our gifts to serve one another as good stewards of God's varied grace. Otherwise, we might become like the man with 1 talent and have it all taken away. And this is Jesse Walker with the Glenwood Church of Christ.